Sheeran is one of 3 artists who have achieved over 100 million followers on Spotify. He is the commercial singer-songwriter, but everyone is inspired by those who came before them, and you're probably wondering who that may be for Ed Sheeran. Well, you'll find out shortly, but let me first take you back to when Ed was around 12. His parents buy him tickets to go see an artist he'd been listening to in an intimate venue, Whelan's of Dublin. Little Eddie, he's thrilled, and let's just say the gig did not disappoint. Ed described it as a life-changing experience and credited it as one of the reasons as to why he started writing. But you're probably still wondering, who did little old Eddie go to see? Well, that would be this Irish guy called Damien Rice. Damien Rice is incredible. Not only was he Ed Sheeran's idol, but he's someone who I look up to as a songwriter, and at the end of the video, I'm going to attempt to make one of my songs into a Damien Rice song. But what is a Damien Rice song? Well, in what I'd say was his prime, Damien's band consisted of drums, bass, cello and acoustic guitar. His songs are moody and expressive. But hang on, I've missed a core element. That being Lisa. In 2001, after leaving his indie rock band Juniper and planning to start his solo career, Damien needed a backing vocalist. Well, a girl called Lisa Hannigan, who he'd known for a little while, turned out to be able to sing. And when I say sing, I mean sing. Soon after hiring Lisa, they became more than just colleagues and started dating. In 2003, Damien's first album was released, titled O, and in my opinion there isn't a bad song on it, or even a good song. They're all fantastic. However, good things don't last, and after a second album in 2006 and some relationship troubles, it all came crumbling down. Lisa felt unwanted and overlooked, and most likely that was the case. So in between a sound check and a show, a scene went down that was something like this. Damo, I'm not sure I like the direction the band's going in, and I feel a little unwanted. Well, that settles it then. Fuck off. Damien would later regret those words, as he actually asked Lisa to come back and record another album with him a few years later, to which she declined. Anyway, I want to use 2 songs as case studies of Damien's musical brilliance, one of which Ed Sheeran took heavy inspiration from, and then attempt to create a version of one of my own songs in the style of Mr. Rice. First track is Volcano, and I want to look specifically at the Glastonbury 2004 performance, though he has done many great versions over the years. Volcano is essentially a pop song. Verse-chorus structure, first verse Damien, second verse Lisa. I honestly recommend you watch the full thing, links below, but I'll try and summarise for those of you who can't be asked. It's indie, it's groovy, and it's catchy.
And what I am to you is not real. What I am to you is not me, no, no.
Damien's band are brilliant, especially the drummer who just has such an amazing feel. Like most live versions of Damien Rice, you get an added charm, and in this case it's at the end. The band starts to groove out and Damien does an improv reggae-esque vocal.
I took myself to
O as an album has many weird quirks, like the opera singing in Eskimo, or the use of a glass of wine as percussion in Cheers Darling. But in my opinion, the most unconventional yet awesome song on O is I Remember. I Remember is a song with 2 halves, Lisa's then Damien's. It starts with a slow Irish folk song, displaying Lisa's beautiful voice. Then after around 2 minutes and a half, Damien takes over. Also, I'm referencing the live version on BBC, for reasons I'll explain in a bit, but once again I highly recommend checking it out. Anyway, Damien comes in with a distorted vocal, then not long after, drums and bass join. Now the studio version pretty much ends after this, but in this performance, Damien uses a loop pedal to build a massive vocal stack. as well as some guitars. I'm going to play it for a bit because this section heavily inspired one of Ed Sheeran's songs, so it's important to hear it before comparing. So that's Damien's bit. Now listen to this midsection from Ed Sheeran's Give Me Love. A blatant magpie. And not only that, but Ed also starts to imitate Lisa's part. Is this wrong? Do I have a problem with it? Of course not. It's a clear rip-off, but it's also a homage to Damien Rice, and things sound similar all the time. Although I want to make it clear, it was definitely made with the intention of sounding like this song. But yeah, Damien Rice is a genius. And speaking of sounding like Damien, I've got a song to make. So at the end of each of my videos, I try and make a song sounding like whatever topic I've been talking about. And normally I just play the song, but I thought I'd give you a little walkthrough of what I've done. First of all, I needed a song, so I used Feel That Way Now, the final track on my EP Residue, which came out about a week ago. Please go check it out, link in description of course. And I recorded it with an acoustic guitar and vocals. Now, I needed a Lisa, and luckily both of my friends, Ashlyn and Esther, agreed. So I got them in and recorded their vocals. Then I added drums, bass and a cello, some weird backing vocals, and then it was done. So this is Feel That Way Now, Damien Rice version, and let me know in the comments if you prefer the studio version or this.
Meet once again in this little world of ours. Meet once again, another chapter we shall make. Yet it ends the same, so I'll play this game. One thing is all it takes, nothing can work but how. And I can't remember because nothing makes me feel that way now. One thing is all it takes, I think it worked, but I can't remember because nothing makes me feel that way now. Again in this little world of ours. Meet once again, another chapter we shall make. Yet it ends the same, so I'll play one thing is all it takes, I think it'll work, but how? I can't remember because nothing makes me feel that way now. One thing is all it takes, I think it'll work, but how? I can't remember because nothing makes me feel that way now. How does it feel to remember? Don't take me back to November.
make me